Hey, what's up? It's Chris here, and today we're going to do a deep dive on what documents that you're going to have to prepare in order to get a mortgage approval. So, the first type of documents that we're going to go through are the income documents. So, if you're employed, if you work for someone, you're going to need a letter of employment, and it must be issued within the last 30 days. The letter of employment must include your start date, the job title or position. If hourly, you have to indicate the number of hours per week. Employment type, such as part time or full time. The job letter must include the company name, address on letterhead, employer or human resources, contact details, and signature. And if you are on mat leave or parental leave, the return to work date. So, in other words, if you're on mat leave or parental leave and you're expected to return to work soon, then we can accept that income, the income that you're going to get when you return. So even if you don't make any money right now, you can put that on the job letter, write down the return to work date. Usually has to be within a year, some lenders within 90 days, and we can use that income. On top of the job letter, we're also going to need 2 pay stubs. Now, some lenders will ask for 1, but some lenders will want the most 2 recent pay stubs within the last 30 days. So you might as well grab 2. And the pay stubs must include deductions such as insurance and taxes, pay period, gross wage and net wage, year to date, so how much you made so far this year. And the reason I'm mentioning that on the pay stub is because some pay stubs don't show any deductions. And when that's the case, some lenders will ask for 3 months of bank statements to show the deposits in your bank account. Now, in some cases, we're going to need your T4s, the most recent 2 years, and you're going to have to provide this if you're part-time, casual, or you receive a bonus or overtime. Here's an example on how a T4 looks like. We need this version. Some people will download one from the CRA online portal, and it doesn't look like this. We need this version. And you can get this version from your employer. Now let's go through the documents if you're self-employed. So you'll need T1 generals, the most recent 2 years, and the T1 generals must include all pages, all schedules, statement of business activities, statement of rental properties. Here's going to be one of the first pages of your T1. You might have, like, before this, a summary from your accountant. However, this page will be at the very beginning. Notice at the top, it does not say summary. It just says income tax and benefit return, T1 on the right. We don't want the summary. We want the full T1. And it could be 20, 30 pages or more. Notice of assessments, and we need the most recent 2 years. You can download them from the CRA online portal. And if you have an amount owing, we need proof that the taxes are paid. And what you can do is on the CRA online portal, you download something called Statement of Accounts, and this will show what the balance is if you owe any taxes. So what you do is you pay your taxes and then you download that statement of accounts, so then we can show that you owe nothing to CRA. And here's an example of how the notice of assessment looks like. We need all the pages. There should be 3-4 pages. Articles of incorporation or business license. Now, some businesses don't need a license if you're sole proprietor. So some lenders will make an exception on that, but I would say, over 95% of the time, we need to show a business license or articles of incorporation. Now, on a case-by-case basis, we're going to need your most recent business financials, which must include the notice to reader, balance sheet, income and retained earnings, cash flow statement. If you're self-employed and you have low declared income, so in other words, if you're writing a lot and you don't show a lot of income on your taxes, there is actually another solution for you. And we're going to need 12 months of business bank statements, and they must include all transactions, no black marker, account name and number, and we're going to need some invoices. And the invoices must include HST number and to show the deposit that will match the bank account statements that we're going to provide. So in other words, you need 12 months of bank statements. They're going to ask some invoices, let's say 6 or 7. It could be more, it could be less. And those invoices will have to show, let's say you charge the client $5,000 on this day. They're going to want to go in the bank account, or they're going to look on the bank statements to show where's that deposit. All right, so we're done with self-employed now. What if you have a pension? So we need T4A, T1 General, most recent, notice of assessment. And if your pension is funded through your own investments, so it's like not a government pension, then we need T1 Generals, the most recent 2 years, notice of assessment, most recent 2 years, and also we'll need usually 90 days of your investment account statement to show how much money is in the account. All right, let's explore the remaining income sources. Canada's child tax credit. Yes, we can accept this. So we need a CRA statement with the proof of the children's ages. Most lenders will accept the child tax credit as long as the kids are 15 or under. Spousal support. So what we need is the separation agreement and 2 to 6 months of bank statements. It really depends on the lender on how much we need. Dividends and investment income. So we'll need T5 slip, T1 Generals, most recent 2 years, notice of assessments, an investment statement to show how much money's in the account. Rental income. So we need a lease. Some lenders will need 90-day of bank account statements to show the deposits. And some lenders will actually accept market rents, especially if it's a newer rental or you're buying a property and you haven't rented yet. Some lenders will also accept T1 Generals. Okay, so if you've had the rental for a while, they're going to want 2 years of T1 Generals with the statement of real estate rentals on the T1 Generals. All right, now we're going to go through the purchase documents. So obviously we're going to need the purchase agreement with all the amendments. If it's new construction, we need all the upgrade documents. So every time you've done an upgrade, like sometimes you'll have like 10 different, sheets of when you've changed something, we need all of that. We need your proof of deposit. Now, sometimes if you bought the property like 2 years ago or whatever, sometimes it takes a long time to finish a house. They're not going to ask for the proof of deposit from 2 years ago, for new construction. However, if it's a resale, if you just bought a house and it's closing in 3 months from now, we definitely need the proof of deposit. So either the e-transfer or the copy of the check. We need the MLS listing. We need the status certificate if it's a condo. Now let's go through the down payment. If it's from savings, we need the last 90 days of your bank account statements, and they must include your name and account number, current balance in all transactions, no black marker, deposits must be accounted for. So in other words, they want a 90-day paper trail from wherever your down payment came from. So in your bank statements, if they see that money's been transferred between accounts, we need 90 days of all those accounts. If the down payment is a gift, then we need a gift letter and a bank statement showing the deposit in your account. And keep in mind, a gift has to be from an immediate family member, such as your mother, your father, sister, brother, or grandparents. If the down payment is from investments, once again, we need 90 days of the investment account. If it's from a sold property, we're going to need a trust ledger from the accountant, sale agreement, and bank statement showing money in the account. All right, so we're done with the purchase and down payment. Now we're going to go through if you're refinancing or renewing your mortgage. So you'll need a mortgage statement or renewal offer on renewal. Now keep in mind the mortgage statement must have the property address and the mortgage details like the payment, the interest rate, the maturity date, the balance, the amortization. What you can do is you can ask, if you don't have a mortgage statement with all that, you can ask for a mortgage information statement from your bank. If you have a rental, we're going to need your lease agreement if you have one. We're going to need the property tax bill. And if your property taxes are in arrears, that'll have to get paid before we close on the deal. Now, some lenders, like if we go B or private, they will be able to pay those with the refinance. Some banks, though, will not pay those with the refinance. If it's a condo, then we need proof of condo fees. So what you're going to have to do is contact the condo management company and get some kind of a document that will show your unit with the condo fee amount. And with some lenders, we're going to need an appraisal, especially if it's a refinance, because they need to figure out the value of your house. And if you're refinancing less than 1 year after a purchase, you're going to actually have to provide all the down payment documents that we've previously went over. Additional documents. So we're almost done here. So along with your mortgage application, you're going to have to sign a consent form provided by the broker, such as myself. And this consent form is to allow us to work on your mortgage and to pull a credit report. We're going to need 2 pieces of ID. Now, the IDs must not be expired. We need one that's a photo ID, such as your driver's license. We do not accept health cards. A second ID can be a passport, a SIN card, permanent residency card, or even a credit card. We need the front and back of the credit card. You're going to need a void check in order to take the mortgage payments. If you've ever been bankrupt or part of a consumer proposal, then we need all documents. And if you've been separated, then we need the separation agreement or the divorce agreement, the court order. Well, that's it. I hope you liked the video. If you need a mortgage, my details are in the description. And of course, if you liked the video, make sure you like, subscribe, because there's many more to come. Thank you for watching.